Hi everyone, this is OG here, CV coach. Glad to have you in my screen today. Thank you so much for being here. We're having a special discussion today, and the focus is YouTube a career or a job? And when does a job become a career? So much we're going to talk about today. Is YouTube a job or a career for you? You know, so uh, things we have to be looking at. The YouTube career or job for you. know. So there's so much we want to talk about, so much we want to chat about today. You know. Yeah. So let's get down to it. Let's get down to it now. Yeah, let me just put some few things here. So, what is a career and what is a job? You know, those are the things that we're going to be looking at when we start off. You know, when we start off. What is a career? What is a job? And what how would you say this is a job or this is a career? Mm, yeah, no. So those are the things we're going to be looking at. Is this a career or is a job? And when do you say this is a job? And when do you say this is a career? So how do you draw the match? And where do you draw everything in? Very important topic, very interesting topic to look at. There's so much to learn from here. You know, hello, Zania's channel. Nice to have you here. Thank you so much. Like Don. Thank you very much, Zania's channel. Glad to have you here. How are you? How are you? How you doing? No, glad to have you here. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to thumb up for the host. You know, when is YouTube a career and when is it a job? No, I'm doing good. Glad to have you here, Zania's channel. If we are not friends yet, let's be friends. Let's be friends. Let's be friends. No, let's be friends. You know. So where are you from, Zania's channel? Where are you from? How you doing, host? I'm doing very good. Very, very good. Glad to have you here. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you so much. I appreciate your being here. Yes, of course, it was a pleasure to be one of your friends. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Zania's channel. You know, glad to be your friend. Glad to be your friend. Thank you so much. You know, we're in the same group. Oh, Philippines. Oh, thanks so much. Nice to meet you. That's is it ABIGJ. Wow, I thought this silent is again. Oh my God, nice to see you in live action, coach. Thank you very much. ABAIGJ, ABGJ, thank you so much. I hope you like my birthday presents. Birthday, no, monetization, monetization greeting I sent to you. Hope you like it. And on the day, we'll be there to celebrate you very well and make sure that, yes, we, your good friends, are there. You're very nice, very, very nice, and you've really helped me. Thank you very, very much. Glad to have you. Now, don't forget to ring the bell, the notification bell, ding, 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 you know, and then the thumb up. Oh, ABJ said, I'm about to sleep. I think I can't sleep. I'm so happy to see you, coach. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, ABJ. So glad to have you here. So if I say ABGJ is okay? Yeah. ABIGJ, yeah. That's what I say. ABIGJ. you know, so glad to have you here. You know, thank you very, very much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, so you let me know when you're having your celebration, and I'm going to be there. Yeah. I'm going to be there to make sure that, yeah, I support ABIGJ all through. All my friends, I'll bring them in too. So support you. You know, thank you so much for teaching me Tagalog. Thank you very, very much. A little bit I can speak now, but I got everything written down on my notebook, so that I can always uh, refer to it every time. Yeah, that's what I've done here. Tamsack, like, D-Kid, subscribe, Bar H channel, Sagging Banana, Lolo, YouTube, Lagas, subscribers, Angat, increase subscribers. So I'm learning it. Oh, that's good. Sanya will go up there in your live stream. Okay, so I can invite her. This is my second time of doing this. You know, like it's okay using like, share, and subscribe host. Okay. Uh so how do you do that? Using like, share, and subscribe host. Yeah, I'm learning. I'm learning so much. I'm learning. Make It Craft. Hi, host, new friend here. Glad to have you here. Make It Craft. Thank you so much for coming. Don't forget to ring the bell or hit the notification button or hit thumb up, so that, yeah, let's thumb up a lot so that it will be everywhere. Thank you so much, teacher, ABIGJ. You're so wonderful, very supportive. Thank you very much. I like the way you do your live stream with all the effect. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, thank you so much. He said many people, especially Filipino, changing it hard, but in YouTube it's okay using the subscribe. Okay, 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 okay. Oh, Carlington Ebanks, glad to have you here. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you very, very much. Glad to have you here. Wow, love your Filipino accent, host. Thank you so much. Thank you. Got to start my Sunday cooking. No problem, Carlington. Carlington Ebanks. Have a nice day. Classy Beauty JTV. Hello, host. Happy Sunday. Thank you so much, Classy B TV. Glad to have you here. Discat Moto. Thank you very much. Glad to have you here. Como esta? Yeah, como esta? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Salama. Thank you very, very much. It's not Salama Poo. Thank you so much. Glad to have you here. Classy Beauty. Thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate this. Trisha King is here. Hello, Trisha King. How you doing? Glad to have you here. Tamsak host, thank you very much. Discard Moto, thank you very much for being here. Yeah, Trisha King, thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here. Glad to have you here. Really glad to have you here. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. I really appreciate this. I appreciate this a lot. I'm going to be talking about when does YouTube become a career or a job for you. For some people, it's a career. For some people, it's a job. You know, Discard Moto Napa English Tayo Disto off. Okay, I'll leave that. Thumbs up for the host. Classy Beauty TV. Thank you so much for being here. I'm glad to have you here. If you've not thumb up, just thumb up. And for no friends, man, let's be friends. Thank you very, very much for being here. You know, very important topic I'm going to be talking about. What is a job and what is a career? And when does one change to the other? Sometimes because people get into jobs just because of the money. So, and when they get into the job because of the money, it gets to a time where there is no satisfaction in what they are doing. They become sad, they become unhappy. It's as if, or they've lost zeal in that job. you know. Okay, this Cantmore said English is easy for me, No, that's good. That's good. That's nice. But you see, the thing about it is that with time, they become unhappy in that job that they are doing. And then they start feeling as if, they are not really enjoying it. Thank you very much. Oh, nice background host. Thank you so much. All my trophies, all our trophies in the family. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. And my lovely wife up there. Thank you so much. So she's up there looking at me. So I'm praying for me. Thank you very, very much. So you see, there's a lot of difference, between career and a job. So it's good as a YouTuber, you start thinking, is this going to be my career or is it going to be my job? How am I going to get on with it? Where am I going with this? That's the most important thing to find out. It's very important that the earlier you find out, the better it is, because you're going to be putting in so much effort in what you're doing. You know, for you host, what is YouTube? Okay. Oh, oh, yeah, I can't. Yeah. For me, yeah, for me, it's a career now. I want to take it as a career, but you see, sometimes in making it become a job, Francis and Scarlett Ignacio. Hello, my friend. Mega shout out. Thank you so much. Mega shout out. Jovi Kia. Mega shout out to you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to thumb up. You see, a job, one thing about a job is this. Oh, he said, what are those trophies for hosts? Yeah, we want them in the church, different things. I'm going to be going back again. We want them in the church, different awards that we've won over the years for our commitment to what we are doing for God. So we get the trophies at the end of the year to thank us for what you're doing. So what's the job? What's the job? And what's the career? Two different words. Sometimes people mix a job and a career as one thing. But I'm a coach, and because I'm a CV coach, I train people in jobs and I train them in their career. So when I'm training them, I always want to find out what you're doing. Is it a career or is it going to be a job for you? So with YouTube, the focus is it going to be a job for you or is it a career? Or maybe it's just a stage of life where you just want to make the money now, or you want to get the people and then later just move on. Now, I wrote something here. What is a job? I said a job is something that you personally start off with. So you focus on that job and the conditions that you've experienced. So a job may be something a person takes out of necessity. It's a career, a job host. No, there are two different words. A career is different from a job. That's why you have to plan everything from the beginning. So you see, a job is what you take out of necessity. Maybe you're a teacher. You don't really like teaching, but you just say, okay, let me just get into the job. So that, thank you very much, Trisha King, so that you just make some money while you're getting on, and you see, with time, if you don't separate the career and the job, Doris Great is here. Mega shout out to you, Doris Great. So glad to have you here. Trisha King, thank you so much for sharing me out. If you've got anyone that needs to hear this, let's share ourselves, or you can share me out so that more people can come in. You see, because the thing about it is that if you confuse a job and a career, and YouTube as a job or a career, you're just going to get by. You're not going to have anything that is really pushing you, or you're not going to have a goal that you're going to aim for. You see, the thing about it is this: a job is what you take out of necessity. So somebody can say, thank you so much, Doris. Great. Mega shout out to you. I'm blessed. Amen. You know, sometimes you can say, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to get involved in what I'm doing now, do it for some time, and then just chill out. So, in other words, you can just, okay, I'm going to start off a career now. When I start off this career, with time, I will move on and on and on. But now let me tell you what a job is. Imagine now, as I was saying, you take a job as a teacher. You don't like teaching. You don't like kids, but you just have to take it out of necessity. You just have to take it. Oh, big PP squad. Oh my God, big PP squad. Glad to have you here, Tamsak. Glad to have you here. You know, so you take the job and then you just keep going to the job. You wake up in the morning. You're not happy about the job. You're sitting on the desk. All you're thinking of, is what, I'm waiting for the day to end. I'm waiting for it to be 5 o'clock. I'm waiting to eat for the 4 p.m. so that I can leave and move on. That's what the job is. So you take a job and then it's like a drag. You know quite well that you're not supposed to be there, but you just want to stay there. So because you need to pay the rent, you need to pay your bills, you need to pay your phone bill, your internet, your insurance. So you just take the job. So the question I'm asking you now is this: is YouTube a job for you or is it a career for you? But let's look at the definition of a career. So let me go further with job. I said what has to be done first is to change the perception that a current or previous job represents who that person is as a potential candidate. So in other words, emphasis is placed on the person doing it right when it comes to a job. But look at a career. A career is something that you develop with every position that you hold. You develop it in every position that you hold, you develop your career. Like what we are doing in YouTube now. If you do like a live stream now, I'm doing a live stream. By next week, I'll get better at what I'm doing. In 2 weeks' time, I get better at what I'm doing. The reason is because I'm not taking YouTube as a job. I'm taking YouTube as a career. So in other words, what I do is this: instead of me saying, you know what, it's dragging, I can't record, I can't do this, you find that you begin to change your perception about things. You begin to change your perception about how things are getting on with you. That's the difference between a job and a career. Okay? So there's a huge difference in that. Okay? So you begin to think about it. How do I manage? How do I get about this? How do I go about this? Give me a child for laptop, please. How do I manage this? You know? So how am I going to manage? How do I go about this? So you see, a career has a development plan. So you're not just thinking of, you know what, I'm going to just wake up in the morning, make a video, throw it out there. No, you have a plan. You have a plan. So you might say, okay, you know what, in my career as a YouTuber, I'm going to see how, you know, he said, I see, but can a career be a job? Because I love my job. It's not just for necessity. Yeah, you see, the thing about it is this: your career can be your job. You love your job because that's what you're doing. That's your career. Because you want to develop yourself in your job. But some people, what they do is that the job is so tiring for them. So they go to work because of the money. But you see, there are some jobs that you can't just say you don't like nursing or teaching. If you're a teacher, you see the kids every day. You see what they do, what you do every day. It's satisfying to you as a teacher, as a nurse. It could be satisfying to you, but there's a thin line between somebody who is satisfied with their job and somebody who is not satisfied with their job. Just like ABIGJ just said now, you know, I call her ABIGJ, ABGJ, you know, but what she just said is this: you're a teacher, I suppose, but you see, every day of your life, as you meet the kids, as you teach them, or as you teach these people, you're rendering service, and it makes you happy. They are rendering service. That's the same question I ask people on YouTube. When they are on YouTube, what are you bringing out from your channel? If what you're bringing out from your channel is like rendering service, it's satisfying, you're happy. Like me, I do YouTube, but I work as a health and safety consultant. Then I have a recruitment agency where I put people, I try looking for jobs for people. Okay. So you see, when I put somebody in a job, I'm happy with myself that I've been able to place somebody in a job. But you see, the thing about it is this, that for that person, it could be a job. For me, is a career. So in life, you could have different careers that you're focusing on, but everything is geared towards one purpose. Are you happy with what you're doing? Are you making progress every day of your life towards achieving a particular goal? Because sometimes, if for example, YouTube is just a job for you, you see everybody posting a particular video, you just jump in. But you know quite well that your video that you're posting is not giving you satisfaction in any way. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're not happy about it in any way, but you're just posting the job or you're just posting the video because you want to post it. So what I'm saying in essence is that, you see, when you are in a career, there is what they call job satisfaction. I'm coming, please. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I had to attend to some few things. But you see, the thing about it is that every time you go to work, how do you feel about your job? Does it bring happiness for you? Does it bring satisfaction for you? And how do you know that? Well, you know what? I'm in a career, I'm in a job. How do you know that? You see, every time you do something and it brings satisfaction for you, and it's not just for necessity purpose, you find so much joy in it. That's what I'm talking about when I say that, you know what, is this a career for you or is it a job for you? Is YouTube a career for you or is it a job for you? Are you reaching people through your channel? Is your channel making an impact to people? Those are the things that I want you to begin to look at. How much influence is your channel doing? You see, a career is often related to and defined as an occupation, which a person have maybe during their lifetime, more than one at a time, or change as their interest changes. But the thing about it is this: you could have multiple occupations, you could have multiple things you're doing, but that might not be your career, because your career is taking you towards a goal. So what you need to ask yourself is this: whatever you're doing on YouTube, is it taking you towards a goal? Are you heading somewhere with what you're doing on YouTube? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Let's assume that you post a video and you have like a billion views or a billion subscribers. When the money comes to you, what are you going to use it for? When everything you're doing on YouTube takes you to the next level of your life, what are you going to use it for? Are you going to use it to develop yourself, or you're just going to say, well, you know what, I've gotten all this money, now let me move on in my life? That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying here. And how do you develop a career focus? You see, as a career coach, different people come to me every time. And when I'm accessing their CV or assessing their job profile, I always ask them one question. There is a huge difference between responsibility and achievement. Because most people put responsibility on their CV. But I'm asking them, what have you achieved in the role where you are now? Okay. I hope everyone is here. Yeah. Abijay just said something. He said, I see, but can a career be a job because I love my job? It's not just from necessity. Yeah, I've answered that and I've dealt with that. Yeah, you love your job, but your job is taking you somewhere. So to get to a time, it's not just a job for you. You're not just there because of the money, but you're there to give a service. So the same thing we see on, when we're doing our YouTube channel. The question is this: what you're doing on YouTube, is it a career for you or is it a job? Do you love what you're doing? Are you giving a service, or you're just on YouTube just for the sake of it? Yeah, Zania's channel says yes. So you have to walk around there, because you see, the moment, yeah, you see, yeah, Zania said for now, YouTube is a career. That's good. It's a career for you. So what you're doing is that you're working towards it. So if you have to pay to get a software to help you, you're going to pay. If you have to travel from maybe for the Philippines to America to learn a new trade about YouTube, you're going to do it. That's the difference between a job and a career. So you're putting in effort every time. You're putting in effort every time. So now ABIGJ said, you're right, host. I think I need to reassess myself. Am I doing what I am doing a whitey? Yeah. Thanks for reminding, host. Yeah, very right. He said, but as what they said, maybe to become a job because you have to maintain your revenue. That's it. But you see, you're not just there because of the money, not just because of the revenue. When you are in a job because of the money, it will get to a time you won't get the job satisfaction. But if you're there to give a service, that's where it becomes a career. Let me put it this way. Imagine you're on Whitey because you want to teach people how to cook a particular food from the Philippines, or you want to teach people how to get about their YouTube, or you want to teach people how to make the hair, or you want to teach people how to dress, or you want to teach people how to do things. It becomes not just, it's just like ABIGJ is now. She goes, maybe she has a job as a teacher. She's going to teach people physically, but now she's bringing her job into YouTube so that the whole world can get to know what she's doing and get to learn from it. So it becomes not just a job that she's being paid for, but it becomes a career where she's rendering service. So that's what you need to think about. So just as Zani's channel said now, he said YouTube for her is paying her bills, is a career for her. She likes it. It's good. But you have to begin to think of, what service am I going to do? What am I going to render? Because in the meantime, it can bring revenue for you. But what about if it gets to the place where you get so much revenue coming in, and then you sit down, there is nothing to do with the revenue coming in? So that's where you see. So from now, you begin to plan for the future. You begin to plan for where you're going, how you're going to meet up with what you need to do. So when you are on this path, then you have a plan. So if you now, like ABIGJ said now, that she's going to reappraise or reassess herself again, this is what you need to do. The first thing you need to ask yourself is, define your present occupation. Define your present occupation. Yeah, he said, actually, I made a YT channel because I want to share my knowledge and experience to my fellow English online teachers. Perfect. Perfect. You see that? So you're sharing your knowledge to your fellow English online teachers. And the amazing thing, from you, I've learned a lot. I've learned a little bit of Tagalog, but I can't speak it fluently. But the thing is this, I know the streets, a little bit of that communication. So the first thing you have to do is you develop a career focus. The things in developing a career focus: number one, define your present occupation. You're a teacher, you're a nurse, you want to bring in the knowledge in. I work as a health and safety consultant. I train people in United Kingdom. I work in the construction industry. But what I've done is this, and also I work as a personal performance development coach. So what I've done is I've come in online, bringing in my skill outside to YouTube. Now I'm training people here, but I'm finding satisfaction in what I'm doing. You're not paying me to train you, but I'm glad that I'm telling you everything I know now. So you first of all need to define your present occupation. Define what you're doing on YouTube. In defining what you're doing on YouTube, you need to ask yourself, is there a clear pattern that you are establishing for where you're going? So is there a clear pattern that you are establishing for where you're going? For example, let me put it this way. For example, teaching may be described as both a job and an occupation. Although there are other educated related occupations that the teacher can work towards. So the teaching job for like ABIGJ now can be an occupation, it can be a job. But she wants to start moving it from, she wants to share her knowledge and experience to her fellow English teachers online. In that process, she can decide to say, you know what, I'm going to start off another YouTube channel where I'll be teaching English and Tagalog. So in other words, so if anybody like me who lives in UK want to learn a second language, I can go into that channel and begin to learn from her. Because why? She speaks English and she speaks her native dialect. You see that? He said, but now since most of my subscribers are YouTubers, so I shifted somehow to teaching my knowledge and experience in YouTube, in YouTube, and it is fulfilling. Very well, ABIGJ, you're doing the right thing. Because what you're doing is this. You are Leonardo Vasquez is here. Glad to see you. I love that face. So what you're doing is this. You are teaching people now how to use YouTube. You're giving them your knowledge and experience in YouTube, and it is fulfilling. But you see, what you're doing is that you're creating different avenues. But the question you need to ask yourself is this: if they ask you today if you're ready to leave your teaching job and face YouTube, or leave YouTube and face your teaching job, what are you going to do? Okay? But what you're doing is this: you're doing what they call transfers of skill. So you are transferring your skills from your teaching role into YouTube. So if, in other words, you're still a teacher on YouTube, despite the fact that we have to come to your live stream, everybody have to meet there. But what you're doing is that you're still a teacher on YouTube, because you can decide today to say, you know what, I'm going to teach somebody how to cook. I'm going to teach somebody how to do YouTube. I'm going to teach somebody how to build a house, but you're still a teacher, because what is happening is that your skill is transferred from different things into something else, but still, you're still a teacher. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you might not say, if somebody tells you now, ABIGJ, you know what, let's take you out of teaching in classroom and on YouTube, and let's put you in a catering room where you're going to be cooking food. You might not find satisfaction in what you're doing. That's what I'm saying here. That's what I'm saying here. Yeah. You see, that's what you need to think about. So what you're doing is that you're still teaching, and what you're doing, like Sir Leonard is a good cook, sir. Oh, that's beautiful. We have a good chef here. So Sir Leonard there, you see, he finds satisfaction when he's cooking. Two things I've seen on YouTube. Number one, the chef, when they are cooking, they are always happy, always smiling, always finding satisfaction in what they are doing. And then the musicians, when they are singing, they are always happy, always smiling, always finding satisfaction in what they are doing, because they have taken that as a career. If we tell Sir Leonard Vasquez now to say, okay, you know what, why don't you leave cooking and go do something else? He might not like it. Okay? So number one, define your present occupation. Please, when you're coming in, don't forget to thumb up. Then number two, develop a vision statement. Develop a vision statement. That's what I'm trying to do now on my YouTube channel, on my banner. So you already, like Xavier channel, she was here before. Zani's channel, Zani's channel, first of all, define your present occupation. Where do you want to go? How are you going to accomplish what you need to do? What are you going to do to get to the level that you want to do, or you want to get to as a YouTuber? Then the next thing is what? Develop a vision statement. So develop a vision statement. So your vision statement can be anything that you believe in. Develop a vision statement. So once a vision statement has been established, you now begin to develop a career plan. So begin to develop a career plan towards where you are going. And then this will immediately help shift your mindset and create a sense of control for your career. So develop a vision statement. So once you develop that vision statement, it creates a sense of control for your career, because the vision statement is what keeps you in line. That's why you see some organizations have different vision statements. Some might say, giving your life a meaning, giving you a purpose for living, reaching out to the world, touching lives, transforming somebody, bringing love to a community is a vision statement. It is that vision statement that keeps you focused on where you're going. So no matter what is happening around you, no matter the situations, no matter the issues happening, you're not moved because you have a vision statement. So your vision statement keeps you on. So you find pleasure in your vision statement. You find happiness in what you're doing. Doris Grace said, ha ha ha. Yeah, you find joy in what you're doing. So when you begin to look at your career, at your YouTube channel, you begin to think about it. Am I working for the job, or I'm working in my YouTube channel as a career? So when you say it's a career, you begin to work towards it. So your YouTube channel will have a vision statement. Maybe on the banner, you have a vision statement. Tamsak was Leonard Vasquez. Tamsak, thank you so much. Salama, thank you. Then you develop a short-term and a long-term career plan. So you have a long-term goal and a short-term goal. So you might say, well, as I'm on YouTube, I'm going to see if I can get like 500,000 subscribers. I'm going to see how I can get 1 million subscribers. You see, you're working towards your goal. So every day, that's your focus. Developing a content that can bring people in. Every day, you're thinking about that. Every day, you're working towards a goal. So you have a goal in front of you. So number one, you have a vision statement. Number two, you develop a short-term and a long-term plan. Then number three, you develop a job-related milestone. So you develop a job-related milestone. So in other words, you can say, you know what I'm going to do? Between Monday and Friday, or Monday and Saturday, I'm going to make sure that I get 2 videos out every week. We have 52 days in a week. So you multiply 52 days by 2 videos every week, is going to be 104 videos. So in a year, you're going to have 104 videos, because now you're giving yourself that target. So the next thing you do is that every day you do 2 videos. Now, after 6 months, you can tell yourself, I've achieved a lot. So you've reached the milestone. Then maybe after 8 months, you find out what you've reached. After 12 months, you find out what you've been able to achieve. That's how it works. Then the next is what? Conduct an ongoing skills and knowledge self-assessment. Very important. Very, very important. Trisha King is not here now. What I did with Trisha King was this. I first of all did an appraisal with myself. So I looked at what I could do and what I couldn't do. Then I went to meet Trisha King and said, Trisha King, you know what? Teach me what you know. Oh, Chizzy 1DK. Oh, man, Chizzy, so glad to have you here. I always love your live stream. Thank you so much for coming. So glad to have you here. Thank you very, very much. So our discussion is this. Is YouTube a career or a job for you? So that we've looked at the definition of a job. We've looked at the definition of a career. So we're now looking at the different things that we need to look at when setting up a career or a job. So those are the different things that we need to look at. So one of the things that we looked at, number one, is first of all, define your present occupation. Define your present occupation. The next thing is what? Develop a vision plan. Yeah, no problem, Doris. Great. Thank you so much for coming. I'm so glad to have you here. Love you so much. Thank you very much. So develop a vision statement. Have a vision statement. So in your vision statement, it shows in your banner, it shows in everything that you do. The next is what? Develop a short-term and long-term career plan. Have it down, have it written down. You see, the thing is this: most YouTubers that I've spoken to, and I can attest to this. When I thank you very much. When I met some YouTubers who I was going to get some mentoring from, the first question they asked me was that what's your plan? And I told them I already have a plan. I've been working on my plan for the past 1 year. So I just didn't come into YouTube just to make content. I came into YouTube to get clients. So I'm in YouTube to get clients, not just to make content. Because if I come to make content, it will help some people, but not, it won't help you all the way. You know, Classic Beauty J, thanks for this topic. Thank you very much. You're welcome. It won't help you all the way. Because the thing is this: the client you get remains on YouTube. You don't have their email addresses. You don't have direct contact with them apart from you posting a content. Now, ask yourself this question: if I don't post a content, will I still have my clients there in 2 weeks? That's what you need to ask yourself. If I can post a content now, or maybe I'm in a place where I can't get access to a computer or to the internet, will my clients still be there? That's how you need to ask yourself. But you see, the thing about it is this: if before you come back, some people can unsubscribe. And if they unsubscribe from your YouTube channel, how are you going to get them? How are you going to get them? That's the thing. You see, so begin to think along that line. Begin to think along that line of, you know, develop a short-term and a long-term career plan. So your short-term might be, okay, well, maybe now next week, I'm going to be talking about how you can move your clients from YouTube straight to your website. I'm going to be giving you some tips, few tips, just one software that you can use. I'll tell you about it. You go get it. And then you can use it to move your clients from where they are now to where you want them to be. Because the thing about it is this: if you cook a good food, you make good hair, if you can't carry those people from where they are watching you to where they will come and get the product, you've not fulfilled the stuff. So develop a short-term plan. Your short-term plan could be, okay, you know what? I'm going to make sure that when I get to this particular number of people, I'm going to move them from where they are straight into my funnel, or move them straight to where I want them to be. You know, so develop a short-term plan. Then a long-term plan could be, maybe by the time I have 500,000 people, then I will have things I need to do. Maybe when I have 1 billion followers, then or 1 billion subscribers, then I'll know what I need to do. So you have plans. So you're putting your plans in place and you are working towards it, because what is driving you is your vision statement. If the vision statement is not there, after some time, you find that the zeal or the enthusiasm to do what you need to do will begin to dwindle and to begin to go down. So you need to have vision statement to push you in. It has to be there. So that vision statement is what moves you. So every time when you look at the subscribers you have, if they've dropped, you don't mind. You're ready to move in again. Because why? Your vision statement keeps you on. So you have a short-term plan, you have a long-term plan. Then the next thing is what? Develop a job-related milestone. Because milestone is like, you have where you're going, and then where you're going is taking you somewhere. So every time you do something, it moves you towards your goal. Every time you do something, it moves you towards your goal. So you have a milestone that you are working towards. So every time you're involved in something, you find out that, okay, this is what I need to do. This is how I need to get to where I need to get to. Then you begin to work towards it, in making sure that you can achieve the thing that you need to achieve. So you have a milestone. So every time you win, you know that, yes, I've won something. You give yourself a trophy. Every time you win, you say, okay, I've got into this place. You give yourself a trophy. So you see, your trophy is, oh, I plan giving myself a trophy when I have 1,000 subscribers. Now I have 5,000 subscribers. I'm going to give myself another trophy. Now I have 10,000 subscribers. I'm going to give myself another trophy. So as YouTube is encouraging you, you are encouraging yourself. Yeah, no problem, ABIGJ. You can take care. It's almost 12 midnight in the Philippines. Thank you so much for being here. Glad to have you. Then you see, conduct an ongoing skills and knowledge self-assessment. I was talking about Trisha King not too long. So what I did was that I did an assessment of myself, and I said, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I need to learn, and I need to start putting things into place. Then the next is what conduct. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you very much. He said, I'll just leave my smartphone here, stay home. Thank you very much. Then conduct a professional development plan. When I mean about professional development plan, this is where it's very important. Very, very good night. Good night, ABIGJ. See you. This is where it's very important. As a YouTuber, what professional plans do you have? Because now everything that you need is right at your fingertip. You need a software, editing software, you have it, you can download it. You need something for voiceover, you can download it. You need to design something, you can download it. Okay, Leonard, thank you so much. So you're thinking about all this, but what you need to have is, you need to have a professional development plan. Maybe you might need to take one course. You might have to go for training somewhere. You might have to get involved in what people are already doing that is making them a success. Those things you have to think about, which is very important. You see, as those things are coming in, the more you begin to find out that you are getting better at what you do. So you begin to find out, is YouTube for me a career or a job? Yeah, you see, Zania Channel said something. He said, really love this topic. I keep wondering what my real purpose is and why I did YouTube. So you begin to shift. You can listen to this again. I know it's late now. You can listen to it again. Or you can listen to it over. So begin to develop the plan. Just like I said now, I'll leave the notes in the description bar so that you can go back and go through it. So the first thing, you define your present occupation, develop a vision statement, develop a short-term and a long-term career plan, develop job-related milestones, then conduct an ongoing skills and knowledge self-assessment, then conduct a professional development plan. This is very important. Yeah, you see, Zana says, sometimes I get tired. Yeah. But you see, you get tired because when you find out that you're not bringing in the focus, you're not giving a service, it becomes tiring. Yeah, it becomes tiring. So I'll put it in the description bar so that after this broadcast, you can go there, you can go through it again and begin to appraise yourself. Begin to appraise yourself. Because you see, no matter the tools that you're given, or software editing stuff on your mobile phone, or voiceover that people can do for you, but sometimes it's really tiring. Because you do a video, you edit it, you push it online, you now have to start looking for people that will come and watch it. You're trying to get the audience. It's sometimes tiring. The video to you is so good, and you're thinking that when people get this, they're just going to love it. Then you find that the views that you're expecting is not up to what you need. So it becomes tiring, becomes frustrating. But begin to think about it, that this could be a service, that I'm rendering a service to someone, that I'm trying to meet somebody. I'm trying to meet a need. You see, Leonardo Vasquez said, I create my account in YouTube just to entertain other people. Yeah, if you find satisfaction in what you're doing and you're happy with it, then so be it. So be it. But the thing about it is this: if you've created a channel and the channel is not what is, you're not satisfied with what you're doing, it's very, very frustrating. And sometimes it could lead to mental and emotional breakdown for the person, especially when they find that they are not getting the audience that they need. The money is not coming in, the finance is not coming in, the revenue is not coming in as they want. It becomes very frustrating. One question you need to ask yourself is this: what about if your channel goes off today? Will you be able to survive? What about if YouTube just drop your channel all of a sudden? Will you be able to survive? That's one question you need to ask yourself. Because if you're somebody who is determined, who is happy with what they are doing, whether you do it on TV or not, or you do it on YouTube or not, you're happy. Whether you're doing it on your website, on your own space, you're happy because people will still come to you. People will still ask for your service. You heard what ABIGJ just said now. She said what she's doing is that she's a teacher. She's not doing it out of necessity. She's happy with it, but she's now moving her teaching into YouTube to help people. So you begin to think about it that way. What you're doing, is it bringing satisfaction to you? Because if not, you're going to do so many videos, so many things, but you're not getting satisfaction from it because you're not really reaching your right audience. So those are the things you need to start thinking about. Those are the things you need to start thinking about. Xavier's channel said, you're right, host. Yeah, very, very right. Very, very right. I know what I'm talking about here. I know what I'm talking about here. Because sometimes on YouTube, it's a lot of work. So many things happening. So many things going on at the same time. But what you need to focus on is, am I having a career or am I having a job? And if it's a career, put those 6 things that I told you now into place. Number one, define your present occupation. Number two, develop a vision statement. Number three, develop a short-term and long-term career plan. Number four, develop job-related milestone. Number five, conduct an ongoing skills and knowledge self-assessment. Then number six, conduct a professional development plan. Conduct a professional development plan. Very, very lovely, you know. And I hope you've got something from this. I'm so glad that so many of you have come here today. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening to what I'm saying. Thank you so much for the comments, the you know the conversation. It was really good. Zania's channel, I'm so glad to know you, and I hope we'll be friends. Leonardo Vasquez, thank you so much for coming in. Doris Great is gone now. Trisha King, ABIGJ is gone. Classic Beauty, JTV, thank you so much for coming in. Cheesy, Owan DK, thank you so much for coming in. I'm so glad to have you here. Marilyn Vlogs, thank you very much. Glad to have all of you here. It's just been a great pleasure, having you guys here. Thank you very, very much. If you have any question or any comments you want to leave it. There's a new comment here. Thanks, Vasquez. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to know you too, host. Thank you so much, Sanya channel. Thank you so much. I hope I pronounced it right. Zani's channel. I hope I did right. Thank you very, very much for being here. I do this every Sunday where I talk about different topics. On Wednesday, Thursday, I post a video about career. So you can hit the notification button on my channel so that when I come online, you're with us. He said I've learned so much lesson. Thank you so much. Immediately the video finishes, about 10 minutes later, I'll go in again. Yeah, this is an interesting topic. Thank you very much, Trisha King. So I'll go in again and I'll paste it right there. The difference between a career and your job as a YouTuber, very, very important. You said I do right in your channel, host. Thank you so much, Leonardo Vasquez. So begin to work on it from now. It will help you. It will help you. You see, in concluding, when you put all these together, it will emotionally, you won't be drained. You won't get tired of what you're doing because you're enjoying what you're doing. You just love what you're doing. I love what I'm doing. I've finished on Facebook, Lagdao Farm TV. Shout out to you. Glad to have you here. I finished on Facebook and now I'm YouTube. I love what I'm doing and I'm enjoying it. And I hope you too, you love what you're doing and you're enjoying it. I want to say thank you so much for coming in. And I'm going to be here again next week from 4 p.m. I'm always online every week. Thank you so much. Leonardo Lagdao, thank you so much. Vasquez, glad to have you here. Thank you very, very much. Lagdao Farm TV, thank you very much. Okay, I'll be seeing all of you next week. Bye for now. Take care and all the best. Love all of you. Bye.